Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your March 2023 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, of course, what we have in front of us, the Celtic crossword as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rules of the astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where you folks should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 7, and 7th house energy for you guys is Pisces, so not too surprising to see this come up given that we'll be in Pisces season for most of March and there's going to be transits moving through there. 7th house in general points to partnerships and relationships. Alright, we have Aries, and also speaking of that, as we move toward the end of March, we'll be starting Aries season, and we have Jupiter there as well, Chiron is there, and they're going to be in there as well, wherever, and they're going to be interacting with each other this month. And Aries energy for you is 8th house, which points to death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments. All right, and we have Mercury. Mercury is actually going to spend most of March in Pisces, so again, going back to that 7th house energy, but for the first couple of days, that thing will be wrapping up its transit in Aquarius, and then it'll actually move into Aries toward the end of March as well. So, and in general, Mercury could point to communication, short distance travel, and learning. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Hanged Man, and then challenging that, we have the World. So seeing this combination of cards here tells me that most likely this says that you've learned something already, but for whatever reason, you feel like there's still something more to gain from it. So I feel like you're just still trying to sit with the situation and try to figure out what you were supposed to learn from it, whereas the World card is saying that you've already learned everything that you needed to learn from the situation and you're able to move forward. So it could just be one of those things where you're just trying to be extra thorough and make sure that there wasn't something that was missed, because I feel like for a lot of you this probably was a significant lesson within your life. Right, in the foundation position we have the Empress. So yeah, this could just be saying that you've just been trying to stay open and receptive, right? And like I said, possibly to figure out what was being missed from the situation in the past that you've still been trying to figure out. But yeah, it looks like you've just been a bit more of a relaxed, receptive energy. Probably not too action oriented, but looks like that's what you've been doing recently. In the past position, we have the Page of Pentacles. So to me, this says that you, again, this goes back to what we were seeing in the main situation, where if we look at that pentacle, it's just out of their reach, right? So I feel like this is saying that this is how you felt in the past, that, okay, I haven't learned everything that I needed to learn from the situation, right? I haven't quite grasped the lesson. So I feel like that's what you guys might have been struggling with in the past. All right, in the present position, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy here. And what I will say is, to me, I get the feeling that this is actually pointing to a shift you might feel once we have the Virgo full moon, which will be right around the end of the first week of March. And the reason why I say that is Sagittarius energy, generally speaking, points to 9th house energy. And when we have that full moon in your sign, it's actually going to be making a positive aspect with Uranus, which is in your 9th house. So to me, that's when you're going to really get some insight around your situation and then feel more confident moving forward from there. All right, in the near future position, we have the Eight of Wands. So again, more Sagittarius energy. And for some of you, this could even just be pointing to getting out and exploring more, right? So maybe this is more of a physical environment where you've learned everything you were supposed to learn from that, right? So you're being asked to step outside of your comfort zone and actually do some more physical travel, right? Maybe expose yourself to other cultures, things along those lines. But yeah, looks like there's definitely a shift to more of an action-oriented energy for you guys soon. Right, the position of your influence in the situation, we have the King of Wands. So yeah, again, like I said, I feel like this is saying that you have all the information and all the knowledge that you need around the situation, and you should be able to move forward with that. But of course, with King energy, sometimes there's a bit of a resistance and friction when it comes to actually being action-oriented. Kings would be more likely to delegate authority, for example, than actually go out and do the thing themselves. So that could be a position that you struggle with a bit, where you're like, okay, you know what needs to be done, but maybe there's some hesitancy around your part around actually going out to do it. Especially given that for you guys, Leo energy represents your 12th house too. All right. In the environment position, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this is saying that for some of you, what this could even be pointing to is that you're being called to actually step away and enjoy yourselves a little bit, right? So with the Sagittarius energy and what we talked about, that could be pointing to, and then seeing this as a Virgo energy here, could just be saying that maybe you've just been, let's say, racking your brain around a situation. Like, okay, I know there must be something I'm missing. So you're like really looking over every single fine detail, trying to figure out, okay, am I missing something? You want to get it just right, let's say, right? And this could just be saying that you've learned everything you needed to learn. You have the knowledge that you need. So step away and actually take some time to enjoy the fruits of your labor for a bit. Okay, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, this is definitely a bit of a celebratory energy here. Usually to me, this points to reconnecting with friendships or even siblings, family members that you've known for a long time. But looks like this is what you're hoping to do, right? So for a lot of you, maybe you have come to the realization that within that hangman mode, where it almost became a point of frustration for you, where you're like, okay, I know that I'm close to learning what I need to learn around the situation, but feeling like you can't move on until you have that last bit of knowledge. And to me, like I said, it looks like something around that Virgo full moon is going to show you that you know everything you need to know, and that's going to be the spark that helps you move forward. All right, and speaking of which, in the outcome position, we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, definitely a much more action-oriented energy there. And again, I'm getting the theme of exploring, right? So maybe stepping outside of your typical neighborhood, typical area, right? Explore some things that maybe you haven't seen before to actually help light a spark for you as well. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, to me, this is kind of saying, right, it's these two pentacles are moving in that infinity symbol, which is to say that you could just stay in that state forever, technically, right? There's nothing to stop you from doing it, but I feel like it's saying at the same time, you're going to get some nudges from the universe this month to tell you that, okay, you know what you need to know. Go out there and take action. All right, so moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Don't Take Anything Personally. And it says, Your truth is personal to you. All right, let's see what it says. Okay, it says your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It is no one's truth but yours. So, pretty positive message there too, especially if you. So, for example, let's say that that's what spun you into a bit of a cycle of doubt, right? Maybe there's something that you've known deep down in your gut, but maybe those around you don't necessarily align with that. They don't agree with that, right? So maybe that causes you to second guess yourself. Like, wait a minute, no one else seems to see it through the lens I'm seeing it through. So that might have caused you to go back into the cycle of trying to revisit it. Like, okay, am I missing something? Because it seems kind of obvious to me, but no one else seems to see it that way, right? So that could be what that's pointing to there. So hopefully that resonated with you. All right, moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card, we have Go the Distance. There's the artwork, and the number is 47. Okay, essential meanings says endurance, strength, the long haul. The Oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. It could definitely give you some confidence if you have felt a bit of a hit to your confidence, where like I said, maybe you were second guessing yourself around the situation. Okay, the relationship message says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean that there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So yeah, again, I didn't necessarily see this as a romantic connection type of a reading, but hopefully you guys got some from that as well. And for some of you, if that's the case, maybe it's telling you to take action toward a person you're interested in, right? Because if this is representing the energy of another person, they could definitely be in a single energy at this time. All right. And let's see, the prosperity message says your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is the time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all your phases of manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. It's interesting there when it talked about stoke the fire because, I mean, we do see a lot of fire energy. Excuse me, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, right? So you could just be stepping out at more Hangman and Pentacle energy, moving toward more of a fiery energy. So hopefully that resonated as well. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Hridaya mudra, and the keyword for it is tranquility. And there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says rejuvenates the heart and pericardium, releases accumulated stress and emotions, regulates blood pressure and heart rate, reduces anxiety, opens Anahata chakra. So that sounds like a mudra thing to be beneficial for you guys. I'll put the name in the description below as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.